Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Put Work In podcast. Haha, never mind. It's the Burden Society podcast. Officially underway, first time on Riverside as an official podcast. We got Ben, we got Peyton as usual. We got Taylor and Carson are asleep, so slackers. Liabilities. So been a minute, guys. How's it going? Good morning. It is Sunday morning. Hey, if you're watching, probably not, probably asleep, but
hey,
it is what it is. Peyton's going to Alaska.
Yeah, I'm moving for the week, and
Yep, he's moving to the Alaskan front.
That's frontier. First point of it. Never mind.
What are you doing in Alaska, bro?
And we going on mission, kind of doing a little week-long mission trip, doing like a open park Bible school for kids. I have no idea how it's gonna go.
He'd never been on a plane. He's terrified.
What was that?
Ben made a lot of racket right then. Peyton, are you scared to go on the plane?
Yes.
Dude's like, he's like, so I'm going on a plane. You need advice on how to survive? I'm like, just go, bro.
I didn't go to Trevor's wedding because it required a plane ride to get there.
Yeah, it hurt
I'm
Trevor's feelings forever, dude.
I'm just like, yeah, I'll show up. I didn't show up. Being as quiet, I don't know what he just said.
Nothing worth repeating, I guess.
I don't know. So I'm currently not ready to leave.
You're not ready?
Earbuds off.
Actually, let me reword that. I'm not ready for the transportation required to get there.
You're not ready for the plane ride. Everything
Yeah,
else
pretty
is
much.
fine. Dude, I'd love to be going to Alaska.
Yeah. I think I got everything packed. Oh, now I can hear myself.
Hold on, I'll fix it. If I can remember how. Oh.
Hello?
You can't change it while recording.
Yeah, it's
All
me.
Right. I got you, bro. Just rejoin.
So while he does that, I'm going to finish cutting my fingernails.
What? This man is cutting his fingernails live on the podcast.
Look, I had... Yesterday, I didn't get everything done I needed to.
What's it called when you do multiple things at once, bro?
Multitasking.
Dude, it is multitasking to the extreme.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go.
There we go.
Yeah, okay, it's working.
All right, so as you see in the title, Donald Trump was shot at his rally in Pennsylvania.
What?
I mean, it's still pretty... Happen? I mean, you could have been asleep and missed it, I guess. You do go to sleep pretty early.
I didn't go to sleep till 9:30.
We're gonna get into it. I'm gonna pull like some videos from like Twitter and YouTube and show y'all some stuff. But I don't think we know how crazy that is. Well, first off, how was dude even able to shoot at the president? The Secret Service usually locks stuff down tight, like within the mile.
Maybe he was Secret Service.
And that was an open roof, 150 yards away?
Dude, it's obvious.
Feet, not yards.
I saw somewhere it was like 400 feet.
I don't know.
And then I saw something that was like 150 feet.
Everything says something different. CNN said the shooter didn't even have a gun, so I don't know how that works.
Well, because the Democrats saying it's a BB gun, they're saying it's fake and staged. Okay, we'll get into that. But let's kind of explain what happened if you don't know. I actually have a video of what happened. So I got so many tabs open right now, it might take me like a second.
I got a lot of tabs too.
All right, let's see if I remember how to share this thing. Where'd y'all go? There you are. Share. Share screen. What? All right, we're gonna share this.
All right, I don't
Welcome to the world of X.com, formerly known as Twitter. I think this is it. Let me go to
I've seen a bunch of memes about that lady in the blue.
All right, so this is the video. All right.
That's it.
So
see you next time.
They're saying so. People, this is Democrats' automatic reaction. It's staged. So I have some rebuttals to why that doesn't make any sense. But they're saying like it doesn't sound like a gun because it's so quiet. Obviously, they've never heard of suppressors, and you don't know from where that audio is being taken. You know how the sound waves are hitting it, because I mean the shot back from the Secret Service sounds exactly the same. So to me, it seems like he's had a suppressor on there. And the shot was fired 150 whatever's away. So it's still a distance. And what do y'all think? Like, suppressor?
I think this might make sense. This might not. If it was somebody who was using a suppressor on their rifle, Trump would not have made it out of that rally. If you know what I mean. I think if it was somebody who has the means of attaining a suppressor, I feel like your average person who just wants to, pew somebody wouldn't go to those kind of lengths.
That step.
You know. I think
what
this is one of those weird things because, remember, this is happening in a generation that is odd, right? You didn't really have. I mean, I take that back. You do have your conspiracy theories surrounding other assassinations and attempts, but I think we are
it took years to unravel. These are like really fast.
We are in a generation of conspiracy theorists.
Everything.
So there's
I think this guy
theory is a possibility, I would say here.
Yeah. So this guy, I'm not going to say his name, which I mean, we'll probably end up saying his name, but this guy,
I don't know his name. I don't want to know.
So my theory is, okay, well, this isn't my theory, but these are some facts. So they named the shooter. There's a video out there. I mean, I can play it of people seeing him get on the roof for like 3 to 4 minutes, yelling at him to get down, to stop, calling him by name. So what that tells me is that this dude was here among the people, like either in deep cover, like he's planned this out for months, or like he's just straight up crazy, because if he's here, that means he's a Trump supporter. Why are you shooting Trump if you're a Trump supporter? He had Demolition Ranch shirt on, which could potentially be bad news for gun tubers all around.
It's gonna be used on.
So when I'm either this dude, which he doesn't physically take the shirt off, like this dude does not look like, this dude ain't a red pill guy. You know what I'm saying? He's not muscled up. You know what I'm saying? Like he may have just got into it, but the fact that they didn't have this building covered, even they should have had a sniper on the building in the first place. Like it's a building within a certain amount of space from the president. Why do you not have Secret Service agents up there in the first place? But second of all, man, how does dude get a gun in there? But anyway, we're going on a rabbit trail. We're talking about the gun. I think saying all that he was among the Trump supporters wearing Demolition Ranch. I think he had some tactical looking pants on. This dude could have had a suppressor.
Pushed the narrative though. maybe.
Yeah, I'm saying like this dude could, if he's going deep enough, he probably had a suppressor and all that. This could have probably been a borrowed gun, bro. Like it could have been like, oh, we're getting together. Hey man, I was gonna go to the range. You think I could borrow one of your guns? You got like 15. You know, it could have been that.
And it's like you said earlier. His shots were just as loud as the shots the Secret Service themselves were shooting. And you also have to think, you know, they were both far enough away from the cameras recording that it's not gonna pick it up as much as if they were like right in front of the camera.
Right. That's not how sound waves work. Weird. So, and I have more things here. Like, I'll go ahead and.
But who knows? You know, they were just popping noises. You know.
Yeah, just firecrackers. That's what the media comes out. Loud sounds hurling at the president. He falls down. He's fine. Like the Secret Service interrupted. It's crazy, bro. I'm gonna pull it up, but
yeah, I saw it. I think it was a Fox headline. It was like popping noises at a Trump rally or something.
Yeah,
it's like
everybody's like, they're not saying anything about this. They're trying to like throw it under the rug. They probably want to do it again. So if they could just be like, oh, this was nothing,
yeah,
it'd be a lot easier for them to do it again. But if it's a big deal, like if he would have actually been shot, then that's something different. Like, I mean, he's actually shot, but I mean, like, KIA. All right, so I have something else here that will further prove the point that it was not an airsoft gun. Well, first off, it sounded exactly the same from, you know, that the Secret Service had a real gun. Yeah. And the guy that shot, allegedly, if we want to do that, is dead. Like I seen pictures of him dead, blood all over him. Like that's not from a BB gun, and the Secret Service doesn't carry BB guns. But here's a picture.
Why is his face so flat?
Here's a picture. So if you watch the video, which I saw this picture going around, I was like, but then I watched the video and it made like I was like, this is exactly like this is. I don't know how they did this. Like, because this is like a miracle shot here, miracle picture. But if Trump would have been looking forward, like it was like right before this, he turned his head. That dude probably done for. Like it was hitting like right here. That's a sleeper shot right there.
But according to the comments of pictures like that, Photoshop exists.
It does. I mean, how'd they get this red circle here? Is that natural?
Yeah.
But I mean, who cares? Why would you Photoshop that anyway? Because the next picture, which this is like clip, I think it might be clipped from a video. But look, oh, something stings my ear.
How?
And then I'm like, okay. At first I thought maybe when he bent down, he got some blood and like sprayed it on his ear if it was fake, right? Because I'm like skeptical as well, right? I'm not like Trumpite, okay? So I don't put it behind them to fake a shooting like this, but I'm debunking that right now. That I'm fully convinced this is real. The next picture, he's got blood on his hand.
I'm mad. I know the guy's name now. All it took was me to pull up Twitter.
I looked it up too.
Yeah,
I didn't want to know it.
I know his name.
Doesn't look very capable of
Dude, just
something off like this.
This is what I'm saying. Like, obviously, this dude was a bad shot, right? You're not very far. You're like, if it's 150 feet, I think it was 150 yards. But either way, you got a rifle and you're laying down. That's not a crazy shot for a 250-pound man. But this dude just like started rattling off shots. You know what I really feel for, and it's really sad, is the person behind him that died. Like, I'm just like, you're here to support your presidential candidate, and now you're dead. Which is sad.
Yeah, according to Anonymous, he is a registered Republican.
This is what I'm saying. Like, this dude had to have been crazy. That is,
which can lead into the other side of the
this is definitely
spectrum of theories.
Yeah. So this is I mean, that's where we're at with media these days anyways. Like the left's media is this and the right's media is this, and it's literally the complete opposite. And like people argue all the time, but nobody changes their mind. We're literally, there's no way for us to unite. I don't think, because our information and our ideas are completely different. And I'm not even blaming it on the people. I'm blaming it on the media, because these people say the left says Trump's, not healthy. He barely walking, and then the right says the same thing about Biden. I mean, I feel like I know the truth just based on the evidence I've seen. I mean, you could even look at the evidence from dude getting up, raising his fist, who's more healthy. Biden probably wouldn't have got up from that. But it's just a narrative that both sides are pushing, and honestly, we're just being gaslighted by mainstream media constantly. Oh, Biden's perfectly healthy, until they decide they want to get rid of him, and they're like, oh, Biden, he's trash. I mean,
Amen.
What is it? You can't flip your script within an hour and a half. You're going to sit there and ponder it at least, right? You're not just going to flip your script like you're sitting here pro Biden. Like if I'm sitting here preaching Trump 24/7 and then he says something super racist, I'm probably just going to figure out a way to defend that, right? I'm not going to turn on him completely because I've already basically bought in 100%. And like my whole, like, it's a prideful thing. You have to be super humble to change your mind like that and then just admit it. But this is why I say, like, they've been planning to get rid of Biden the whole time, but which I didn't believe that for a while until the debate happened. But man, it's crazy. It's going to come out. I think the narrative on the left is going to be staged the whole time, or it was fake. I do want to show y'all a video, which we get deeper into it. It's something that, like, I sent it to y'all. You probably didn't watch it, but it makes you ask some questions. Which we're getting deep into like land here with some of this that I'm talking about. But I'm like I said, I'm not like super like Trump ride or die. Like I'm definitely voting for the guy now. Like even if it doesn't count, like I'm still gonna do it just out of principle. Like this dude just took a shot, bro. That's a freaking OG move. I mean, it's not like he had a choice.
Good initiation.
The left would beg to differ, but I am full, and me and Ben, I have talked about this. Like, I could see certain scenarios, Trump coming out, like he wouldn't come out as this, but like Trump being the Antichrist. Yes, I could see that. Trump is by no means the savior.
Yeah.
But out of two choices, he's the better choice.
He's
clearly
both evil.
And if you can't see that, you just ignoring. You just, I don't know, bro. You're gonna have to like do some research, figure it out. But
I mean, at least he can get a full sentence completed out of his mouth when he's talking.
You talking, Ben? Can you hear him, Peyton?
A little bit.
Yeah, I barely hear you, so let me turn this up. All right, go ahead. Say that again, because I could not hear you.
I said he can, at least Trump can get a full sentence out of his mouth.
Yeah. But and Biden's just, I'm honest, like some of the videos, obviously they cut it weird to make Biden look bad. I can admit that. Not all of them. They're like not deep fakes or cheap fakes, whatever they call it. Like
talk about something he said though, and I texted a group chat about it last night. So right now, a lot of Republicans, of course, are going to be blaming him and the left for what happened. But what do y'all feel like, or what do y'all like? Do y'all think this has any correlation to this? And in an article that Biden shared, he said that I have one job, and that's to beat Donald Trump. I'm absolutely certain I'm the best person to be able to do that. So when we're done talking about the debate. It's time to put Trump in a bullseye. And that's a quote from what he said. What do y'all feel like?
I feel like, Peyton, you go first.
That's one of those things I feel like could be taken either way, but more than likely it's just a figure of speech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, like, if you're the standing president of the United States, even if you're as dumb as Biden is, you wouldn't say something that stupid, right?
Yeah, not on live TV.
You know?
Maybe.
I mean, he said a lot. Everything that comes out of his mouth is something stupid.
We're talking about a guy that's literally threatened civilians of the United States with F-15s, bro. This dude has the audacity and the stupidity to say whatever he wants. But I do kind of lean more towards a coincidence that he said this. But also,
however,
I think if
they're
all conspiring and it's all, they're all doing all this or that, planning all this, then I think I don't take it out of the realm of possibility that he was just trying to be slick.
Yeah,
I'm gonna sneak this in, But also, like, if we're gonna go with the narrative that he's incoherent, then no.
Whoever wrote his script tried to make it slick.
Do what?
I said whoever wrote his script tried to make it slick when they typed it up on paper.
Yeah. They're fired.
All right, when was that post? Y'all know Harry Sisson or whatever his name is?
Yeah.
All right, I want to find this.
He's a Biden simp.
Yeah, he gets paid.
Dang, that's crazy. Being a simp.
How you know who he is?
I want to find TikTok.
Oh.
Only reason I know him.
Dude,
and it's always people
ratioed on Twitter
destroying him. That's the only reason I know who he is. But I want to find a tweet that he tweeted. I don't know if it's been deleted or not.
Tweeted or deleted.
So y'all just go on while I look for it.
I'll be right back.
Oh yeah, and when he was talking about SEAL Team 6 should assassinate Trump. All right, guys, if you're watching.
I didn't say leave, Ben. I just said keep going.
He thought we were done. I'm going to go through my bookmarks here. Hopefully nothing crazy pops up. But it's basically all just stuff about I got on Twitter last night and it was all about this situation. Now let's see if I can find the right tab. There's so many tabs here. All right, I'm just going to share my Twitter. And like I was saying, I hope I didn't bookmark anything crazy. Saying dirty words. All right, so
last night,
like midnight. So Mississippi's own Benny Thompson, who has been pushing for Trump's Secret Service to be revoked. He's the forerunner in that. His field director put this on Facebook. I don't condone violence, but please get you some shooting lessons so you don't miss next time. Oops, that wasn't me talking. Jacqueline Marsall, case manager, field director at Benny Thompson. Yeah, you pretty much got to fire that person now. All right, so this is actually the video I was talking about, I believe.
Oh my gosh. How much does this guy get paid? He posts like 30 times a day.
I think this was the, just listen to this. I think this is the video right before. I mean, it says it shows moments before. The video is not really good at all. Like, there are people running around for their life. Let's see if this is the right one. I don't think it is. Uh-oh. Is that my dog? I don't have a dog. Well, it's not playing. I know.
Dude, get better, isn't it?
Here we go. Yeah, let me get on that real quick.
TV
I'll just stop sharing and come back to it. And a lot of bookmarked all these posts which it probably won't help, but like I'm trying to, a lot of these posts are going to be deleted probably. So I bookmark every one that I want to look at again. Or that was crazy. So I booked like 300. That's probably an exaggeration. Well, never mind on the video. I'll find another one. But, I mean, you go back to all the constant rhetoric of Donald Trump's a threat to democracy. he's the biggest threat to this nation ever. White supremacy, this, whatever that. They're putting out false narratives about Project 2025, whatever that is. It was just an extremist manifesto that Trump himself has denied, and they're still saying he's in support of it. They're pushing this narrative that if you got Hitler as president, right? You're a hero if you kill him, right?
Yeah, I couldn't find the post I wanted to find, but I did go down a rabbit hole of the Demolition Ranch stuff. And this one person posted that this guy is a registered Republican wearing a pro-gun shirt, and that Trump walked off the stage doing a Nazi salute.
I don't remember. It's more like a Black Power salute.
Yeah, I think he was with the black community in that post.
You can't be stupid.
Dumb.
But I think it's dumb that they let him stand up like that in the wide open. But I mean, that's iconic.
Yeah, it's he may have just got the hardest picture any president will ever.
No
achieve.
president has ever had a picture.
That will be the cover of next year's history books.
At least 80% of Republicans' Facebook cover photo is that now.
Yeah, dude, we have former Ole Miss quarterbacks and current posting it. Dude, that looks crazy. Future former as well.
Yeah, they're gonna get kicked off the team for that.
No,
Ole Miss is liberal.
Not down here. Oh, well, that is true, but
well, that's not according to liberals.
I'm not supposed to be.
They're we'll talk about that another time.
Yeah, we're talking about Trump rally.
But it's weird because, like, the few posts I've gone through on this rabbit hole of the demolition, because I love Demolition Ranch. Well, when I used to watch them.
Yeah,
anyway.
Hey, bro. Sean sent a picture of the shooter wearing a Demolition Ranch shirt, and he was like, "Anybody seen Cookie today?" They were like, I was like, first of all, this dude is not as jacked as Cookie. Obviously.
Man. And my face ain't that flat. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, I don't see why a pro-gun person would be pro-gun just so they can assassinate the president that is pro-gun, that is.
It doesn't make sense
for
someone that should
affiliated with.
Yeah, that should support Trump to kill Trump. That makes no sense unless he had this idea. But it doesn't, this is where that argument falls apart. Unless he was in on it and was like, "Hey, this is gonna boost our campaign. Let's shoot me." Dude got shot in the ear, bro. If the wind blew slightly this way, he's dead. If dude missed, even at that far with.
I want to know his ROTC background. If he was on a marksmanship team or something. He was either a terrible shot or an absolutely perfect
shot. The best shot in history. People said that if a kid knows you're about to spank them, they're going to flinch. If Trump would have known that he was going to get shot, he would have flinched and been standing very still. Dude's sitting here turning his head. If you're about to get shot, just fake, you're not going to do that.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I feel like it's not something's off on the inside.
Definitely.
There's always something off, especially with
Don't believe it's a way that he's trying to promote his campaign. Only reason why I say that is because if you pay attention to any of Trump's interactions with other people, I don't think he'd ever put a civilian in harm's way just to promote his campaign. And sadly, after this situation, someone died. Now, whether it was on accident because the guy missed or because he was a good shot, that person still died. So, I don't.
They had the person die January 5th through 7th, the day in between.
Well, yeah.
So, people are like, "Yeah, I won't ever want to hear y'all talk about January 5th through 7th, the day."
Yeah, everybody's saying that now.
I'm trying not to say the exact.
What happened
the
that
6th day of January. So, what was it, 713? They're already calling it 713. I'm getting tired of these people making these 9/11 things out of everything.
Stupid.
All right, somebody said, you'll see most of these controversial tweets now are just been deleted about like Democrats saying off the wall stuff. Does the attempt on Trump's life help him win in 2024? Absolutely not. Which all the right says the opposite. Which I don't honestly, I don't think that any, like the debate, I don't think it helped Trump. Maybe it helped him 1%.
No. Yeah,
but people are already setting their minds. Anybody that's voting for Biden is already setting that. They're just going to, like I said earlier, if you're voting for somebody and if like you're set on that, like you're going to use every cue and every little thing in evidence to help you. If I think my shirt's red, I'm going to use every clue in here. As wrong as I am, I'm going to be like, yeah, but look, it's the shadows on this, man. It's definitely red. I'm going to use every little thing. And it's going to take mass humility to change otherwise, to go otherwise. All right, so that's why I don't think that this helps or hurts him. But they said, does it increase the chances of more MAGA terrorism? Absolutely. Which yeah. I actually think that's possible. Whether it's fake, false flags, which I'm at the point, like, if you look back at what the government was trying to do on record, I'm not putting it behind them to do false flags. I'm not putting it behind them to kill their own citizens so they could get their own agenda accomplished. I don't put it past them based off what they were trying to do 70 years ago. Not even what they actually did, because they probably will never admit that. But like the stuff they were trying to do, yes, I think they will pull false flags. Like it's almost almost a guarantee.
Because I'll say this, I feel like media and the government have achieved their first goal, which is creating division. Our country is so divided, especially after last night or yesterday. Because, like, dang, I had something in my head. Where'd it go?
It's still in there, I think.
Oh yeah, found it. Like when I sent that text last night, was like, y'all ever be like disappointed when you go through comment sections and stuff? My TikTok was just absolutely flooded with things about the Trump rally, and like every single comment in all of them was like, "Oh, so close, good," stuff like that. I'm just like, when you are so brainwashed and brain dead to a point where you want your political opposition to be killed to
make sense if he's
get
Hitler,
pew-pewed, like, and to go to the extremist views of thinking that even Biden is not as bad as Hitler. Okay, I'm against Biden in every form and fashion, but I'm not going to go to the extremist view of saying he is that bad, mainly because he's not in charge. But I won't get there.
Yeah, for the most part, we just feel sorry for him.
Yeah, like he is just being used and pulled by all the puppet strings attached to him, but we won't go that deep. But even I would never wish, any kind of political opposition, any person at all, besides child M-words, to be killed. And that we're so divided as a country that we want the head, or not the head, but like the representative of what we would refer to as our political affiliation to be killed, so we have a better chance to win. It's just kind of absurd that that's what we've come to as a country.
Yeah.
And now we're referring to it as MAGA terrorism.
Yeah.
This guy if he was so MAGA, why would he try to take out the MAGA leader? That's not what this is. Or I guess that's probably not what they're referring to. They're more so referring to
the reactions.
Reaction of the people that support them. But little do they realize that is not something we've done. Unless they're just referring to the 5th through 7th, which, what happened that day? Nothing,
I think one person died, and it was because they were killed by the Capitol Police. Yeah, we got to. I was like, we could go deep on the January 5th through 7th stuff. Yeah. We could find a little cute little words for every little thing.
This would be a bunch of broken up sentences.
Yeah. There's one guy I watched, like, he, like, self-censors for every possible controversial thing. Like, he calls them Transformers. I'm trying to, like, I don't know what else he says, but. All right, so here's the video I was actually looking for. And it's playing right now, so I'm going to try to share it. And I have a very important video that I'm going to wrap this all around in a nice little, like,
croissant.
Jesus at the end, okay?
Yeah, right. I just saw that when I was watching.
Yeah, so the footage is terrible, but here's the guy, obviously on the roof. Actually, the first video I ever watched, not ever, but like regarding this, it was like this dude. He's like, man, we saw the shooter getting on the building. He was climbing, and we were telling the cops, the Secret Service, for like 3 whole minutes. Like, dude's up there, get him. Like, this dude's about to shoot, and then he shot. And then I'm like, bro, the mass incompetence of the Secret Service. Like, that whole detail probably needs to be fired. Yeah. All right, but that's a whole nother. We'll keep going here.
Yeah, I have something to talk about that too.
Since y'all are the cops here. All right, so I'm gonna play this video. Footage of the shooter opening fire and getting killed later. It doesn't actually show that, so y'all don't demonetize. It's not monetized anyway, but it doesn't actually show that. But this is like a screenshot of the video of him laying up there. But this is the actual video. All right, if you notice, immediately this woman is yelling this dude's name. Crooks. Get over here. What are you doing? That's probably enough.
Could you hear the audio on that?
I could.
We didn't.
Well, it's probably there in the replay. So it's this woman. Well, that's why I cut it off, because the audio. These people are like literally screaming for their life, but instantly yelling, "Crooks, come on, get down from there! Crooks, come on, what are you doing? Crooks," which is the dude's name. These people knew this guy. Like, he was there hanging out with them, and just all of a sudden is on the building shooting the president. Like, is this dude crazy? Or, well, obviously he's crazy. Obviously he's crazy.
And now this could be bad for both sides, right? But it depending on which one is the right one, which, well, we can't ask the dude anymore because he's, I don't know.
Which is why they get rid of him.
Yeah, it's like he's affiliated with the Republican Party, right? So it now looks bad for the side of the Republicans because this guy is registered as a Republican and just, tried to kill the president.
Everything in this podcast
so now
is in quotes.
It looks like it's a potential stage, which, again, nobody knows, but that's going to be what the left pushes. But then you have our side that this could be somebody who is registered as a Republican, but, just because you're registered doesn't mean you're voting,
Yeah, this could be
not to mention
months in advance for prep.
That means he only registered 2 years ago.
Yeah, like he's 20,
he hasn't been like, cool.
He's never voted, right? So, it's a...
this dude could have been plotting since he was 16.
Yeah.
They paid some good money.
Well, like, this dude wearing a Demolition Ranch shirt.
Yeah, I saw Matt Carricker posted that news stations have been calling him all night trying to ask if he knew the guy and never talked to him.
Why would he? This makes
man,
no
like
sense.
Everybody I've sold merch to, I've had personal conversations with. I know each and every one of them.
Ranch's video released and what he has to say. I feel like he probably will say something.
But this kind of goes back to like all of the. All right, we're getting into deep conspiracy here, but like all of the mass shooters, most of them, are like drugged out, SSRIs, Transformers, a lot of them, or sexual identity problems. Like they're not mentally well. Either they're going into this not mentally well, or someone is like literally, I don't know, brainwashing this person. I don't know. That needs to be more fleshed out, that thought that I'm having here. But I don't know. Take away the shirt. This dude does not look like someone that fits the narrative of what they're trying to say.
Yeah. I feel like, since we're talking about conspiracy.
This dude, if you take the shirt away, I would think he's a Democrat.
If we're talking about conspiracies, I could definitely see someone on the inside, on the left, paying someone like this, considering he is so young. And like y'all said, he hasn't voted yet. It wasn't impossible for him to. So until information is released, like where he became a registered Republican, this will be my same conspiracy theory. But I feel like it'd be very easy to say someone paid him to put all this clothing on to make this, give this false narrative about what he is or what he believes in, to try and manipulate it being staged. Because if you think about it, Demolition Ranch is probably one of the number one gun tubers on YouTube. Everybody pretty much knows him on the 2A side of things, on the Republican side of things.
Yeah,
now, if he was wearing a shirt like Donut Operator or somebody who was smaller, like some guys that we watch, then I could believe him more that he was, promoting that. But since they, dressed him up, dressed him up with one of the top gun trooper shirts, probably some 511 tactical pants, and I don't know what type of shoes he had, but it looked like combat boots from the back. It seems like they were trying to pretty much.
They trying to dress him up like Cookie.
Yeah, they swap sides, bro. That's crazy.
Right. He went to the dark side.
I don't know why I did that. But yeah, I feel like somebody could have definitely paid him money, especially since he's so young.
And this could just be me thinking. I haven't thought a lot about it, but I have think like this is like something that you wouldn't expect to happen, right? You think of the possibility, but you don't think it would happen. So when it does happen, you start thinking, you start investigating yourself, right? And this could have just been the chillest crowd ever, but where was the panic?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
That was one of my first thoughts.
Just chilling, and then they're like, "Yeah." As soon as he gets it.
It did look like a lot of old people, so maybe they were ready to go anyway. I don't know, but there was like, everybody just ducked. That's all they did,
I mean, you don't really have time to do much.
Yeah, they were in the stands.
And they did all run. Like I saw a video of like when they realized what happened, they were all like crawling out of there, like let's get the heck out of here. But obviously, in that moment, even Trump didn't realize what happened. He said, "Oh, my ear," and then they told him to get down.
Dipped.
Like the Secret Service, who's highly trained, supposedly, is the only reason he got down.
Yeah, highly trained, but left a very significant hole in their perimeter.
Yeah, and if you actually, the video I showed earlier of the actual shooting with Trump there, like you could hear the Secret Service women, "What are we doing? What are we doing?"
Yeah, they didn't even know what to do. They were just like, "Who's gonna move? Where's Hawkeye?" I don't know who Hawkeye is, but
I think they probably just gave Trump the most incompetent Secret Service detail that they could. Apparently,
if they can't get it removed, and they may as well give them people that ain't.
Well, they don't even give Robert Kennedy, like he didn't have any Secret Service. The first major candidate that hasn't received Secret Service detail. But yeah, it didn't add up. But he'd been requesting a heavier detail for a while and didn't get it. But so here's a post It looks like it's from someone that is.
What are the chances he goes back to a rally like next week?
Dude, they were saying he was supposed to be at the UFC fight last night.
That's another thing to take into consideration is this happened at a rally. It didn't happen where, both sides, a lot of both sides of the political parties were there. It was mostly Trump support, which is why.
The only way you're getting close, really.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good point to go into this post I'm about to talk about. But this guy, Bow-Tied Player on X, he said, this is going to be a very, very unpopular take of mine. Here goes. We've all seen this photo by now of the sniper taking his view off the scope, hesitating. I don't know if y'all saw that video. But, there's an angle of the speech where Trump's here and the sniper team's up here on this roof. And these guys, they're looking down their scopes. And then this dude, half a second before the shots ring out, he's looking, and then he looks up like he's surprised by something. So you've seen the photo, and this guy's hesitating. But this guy says, honestly, I probably would have done the same in the situation. I'll explain. Think about it. You're not in Syria. You're on sniper duty at a political rally in the U.S. You usually don't have threats. Whatever threats you do have are usually an unruly Bernie bro that venue security can just throw out. Secret Service doesn't even need to get involved. Then you see something. Looks like a gun. Better get this right. We all remember what happened to Derek Chauvin. Sticks head up, looks to confirm, and then imagine shooting an unarmed civilian because you thought you saw a gun. Seriously, but imagine the news stories the next day. You've heard of fight or flight, but there's a third option, freeze. You're not in Syria or Iraq. It's not that kind of rules of engagement. What do? And then the shots confirm what you saw and you return fire. All this thought process happens in about 3 seconds if you watch the clip. It's easy to pick about the clip, but at the time, nobody was even watching. They were listening to the Trump speech. That was it. Again, you're probably not going to like the take, blah, blah, blah. So, seeing it from that perspective, it makes sense.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Obviously, it's hindsight's 2020. If this dude would have shot this person and they were just a Trump supporter trying to get a better view, this dude's done.
Yeah.
But if he could have been a hero, but
I still think
and he's a police officer. He's not a military.
This is very bad because this is one of, if not the most hated political representative this country has had. And
since we've been alive,
we leave a hole that big, and as far as security goes, the fact that whether it was 150 feet or 150 yards, that is still way too close to not have that building covered whatsoever. Yeah. I saw a video of a BBC interview or something of a guy who saw this guy climbing up there.
Yeah, that's the video I was referring to earlier.
Secret Service and point to the police and stuff and tell them, hey, there is somebody on this building climbing up, and they were just staring at him and not doing anything.
Yeah.
Just some drunk rednecks. 152 yards.
The guy knew he was already good at that. Because the only way you're getting off that roof is either miraculously find how to climb back down or you just jump off. So, either way, he would have been hurt, shot and killed, or just dead anyways. So, at that age, 20, you'd feel like he'd have more thought-out process of how he was going to escape since he was just a youngin'.
This dude's either an advanced elite shooter and
bad shot.
warrior. Yeah. Or he's just the amount of focus it would have took to get up there, ignore everybody yelling at you for 2 or 3 minutes before you take a shot, and not even worry about somebody from the ground shooting you.
He could have hesitated too because he may.
This dude's either drugged out. This dude was either drugged out or highly trained assassin or demon possessed. Which the drugged out probably the same.
I feel like demon possessed is most accurate.
Because this dude is like literally like you have to be in a trance-like state to maintain that focus with all these people yelling at you, with the threat of someone like if I think somebody behind me is gonna shoot me. Like this dude got up in a crowd of people and did this. Like this dude was not hiding anywhere. But literally on a roof by a rally. 152 yards is what this post says.
Yeah, I saw a post.
That's not far.
What's this guy? He was a sniper employment officer. That it was about 130 meters. Which, would be about 150 yards.
Sure. It's literally the only buildings in the area.
Yeah. That one and the one that the counter snipers were laid up on.
Yeah, there's a small little shack. According to this, I mean,
and it's 152 yards. That's not like even if you go.
Yeah, you got this little one shack here, and then these 3 buildings. And
I mean,
we don't have this covered.
Like even for the counter sniper, like you see that, like this dude has a powerful scope. He could see that dude clearly.
Yeah.
But he did come up on the side of the roof. I mean, and it went down in just a couple seconds. I don't know.
But we leave something like this open. There's just
gross negligence.
It's absurd.
Full of cars.
Yeah.
They should fire everyone on that team. That's just my opinion. You did not do your job.
Screw it, throw him in prison.
Have y'all seen the video that he recorded of himself saying, "I am da 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 da"? Apparently, there's a video that he took.
Did you see it?
A couple hours before. No, I can't find it nowhere. You'll see the video clips inside of news reports, but there's no video of him actually anywhere by itself. Just a full video. I don't know if they took it down or because he basically states what his name is and a bunch of different I don't know, I guess beliefs he has. But I mean, it's right before shooting happens because he has demo shirt on, he has everything.
Yeah. Well, they have security footage of the guy around the event. There's definitely something bigger afoot. And you kind of go back to the Bible where it's which I'm trying to remember the quote here, but if you might could help me, but it's there's levels of darkness. You got powers and principalities, and you're looking at some not just because Trump, big picture, everything that's going on. If you what we've talked about, stuff I can't talk about on the podcast regarding a certain small nation of people, and just what's going on in Eastern Europe and the Middle East. There's something bigger spiritual battle at place that it seems more and more real, honestly, every day. And not even just because of this. I'm not saying, the world's about to end. They just shot Trump. Oh my God. I'm not. No. Okay. But when you think about behind the scenes, if this was just a lone actor, that's the best. Honestly, that's the best case scenario. This guy's just crazy. He just did this randomly. But most likely, historically speaking, this is probably a huge conspiracy. A part of something way bigger. And I think there's something deep and dark going on behind the scenes that we don't know about. And may never know about.
Yeah, there's too much. Something like this that brings up so much something that brings so much controversy and conspiracy. It was meant to do that. If dude had a blatant plan and it was perfect, picture perfect, and he had this giant background, maybe he was a little bit older, then you're gonna have everything leaning on one side. But because it's so like, was he paid? Was he not paid? Was it an accident?
I mean, what does it help being paid if you're going to die anyway?
Good point.
Or maybe they told him, like, we're not going to kill you. We'll let you go.
Yeah,
they probably like, yeah, we're killing this dude because he
missed. Shoot him. He's dead.
Well, I mean, you don't want that information getting out. I mean, they've killed, like, even
let's
the
be
guy
honest.
that killed Kennedy. I think they killed that guy, and I think they killed the guy that killed him. So,
like,
the guy that killed him too.
Where that guy was, even if Secret Service didn't take him out, the people he was in front of, he wouldn't have gotten past.
Yeah,
I feel like, because again, you were at a Trump rally, and like
they're gonna stop you.
It's probably
in that video I was talking about earlier. They were like, there's some people were yelling at him to stop and get down. Hey, dude, like they were calling him by name, like they knew this guy, and it'd be like we have a guy that's at our range day or something doing something crazy like that. We're like, dude, chill out. Like, there's also in that moment, like, you're like, is this real? But there's also there's a guy there like, dude, he might turn the gun on us. Let's get out of here. Like, they're like, because I doubt any of, like, if this is a normal Trump rally, none of those people have guns. Like, you're not getting a gun within a mile of the rally. So, I don't know.
I feel like they're not going to get enough information to like find that lady who was yelling crooks to get down from there. Because
they probably want her information. They probably want her to come out like, yeah, this dude was always with us. We trained together. We did this. We're in a militia. It's going to be all this random stuff to come out against. Like, she's going to be thinking she's doing good by coming out. And you're just screwing the whole. Like, do y'all think this will affect our Second Amendment rights? If the left has anything to do with it.
I mean, definitely the left does, but we won't know till November. I don't feel like they'll push anything right now just because we're so close to election.
Well, that's probably why they will. Because Biden's constantly talking about he's going to ban assault weapons. And he might be like, hey, we need to go ahead and, we need to go ahead and ban these assault weapons because, I don't want to get shot.
A pencil's an assault weapon.
Grips that make you gun shoot a higher caliber.
All right, guys, I have to go and
let me show you a video real quick, and then I just want your reaction.
Yeah, I gotta get my stuff together,
and then I'll then you can go, and then me and Ben will talk about it.
Oh yeah, me and Ben will talk about it.
I might show up to Ben's house. Who knows? He's in his kitchen.
Yes.
It's crazy. The AC's behind him.
No, it's not. To the left.
I gotta go. All right, hold on. It's like 1 minute long, Peyton.
We were all reading.
I just want your initial reaction to this.
We were all reading this every morning. People wouldn't do stuff like this.
All right, so I saw this video. Hold on, the ad's playing, and I can't hear myself think. I saw this video where somebody said, "Hey," somebody tweeted this on Twitter, and we're like, "Watch this at 10:50." All right, can y'all see it?
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all be able to hear it, but I'll tell you exactly what it says. So this is actually 3 months ago. I would probably typically ignore this video. Free Prophets explain 3 American solar eclipses. I would never have watched this if someone hadn't told me to. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and play this. And I'm going to play it, and then I'll tell y'all what it says if y'all can't hear it.
Dude, what?
That's a small clip of the whole thing, but dude, I watched that. I was like,
I just tripped it. The bullet flies by his ear.
I'm like, coincidence?
I'm gonna have to go watch that video.
We're gonna see. Like, the only way we'll know is if the rest of what he says comes true. I think he goes on to say that. Did y'all hear it?
No, but we saw captions.
Okay, so basically, if you didn't hear it, this guy is explaining a prophecy, and he's saying that the Lord told him that Trump is going to have an assassination attempt on his life, and they're going to miss. They're going to shoot us so close to his ear that his eardrums are busted. We don't know if that happened or not. I think it's possible, but also that this is going to cause him to fall to his knees and become like basically a radical Christian. And he goes on to say, I think he says that he's actually elected and he's burning for God or whatever. I haven't listened that deep because I was just like so shook up by the one thing. Like, what? This is a video from 3 months ago. So this is either a total coincidence or like literally God spoke to this guy, which I think that's possible.
Very possible.
But
this may be the last time y'all see me. Who knows?
He's going to Alaska. We'll see. We'll see, man.
Yeah, I'll see Ben in about 15 minutes.
About 15 minutes. What a dog.
All right, guys.
See ya.
Joy.
Me and Ben will keep talking. But that kind of I never I don't know. I never have really thought about like what if Trump got radically saved or whatever. Because I don't see this guy as the Messiah. Like, this dude's just a politician, and I'm like, I'm gonna vote for him, but I don't see this guy as this is the answer to my prayers, I don't
see anything screaming. But if he comes out and is like, yeah, I'm radically saved in Jesus. I'm here to bring peace to all.
Yeah, and this is what I'm like, this guy. I'm like, you still got the option of Antichrist here, dude.
Yeah, you could be the cause of everything.
Which is why I'm not putting my hope and my faith in this man ever. He comes out as radical Christian, even then, because then, I mean, even if he is changed or whatever, he can still fail. I'm that's what people get wrong, is they put their faith in these leaders, and they need to put their faith in Jesus, because we're all gonna mess up, and we can't just put our whole basis of reality on these people, and then they fell off, so I forget it, I'm done. Your faith's not supposed to be in them, it's supposed to be in Jesus.
So when people I had to say well, why are you so aware of all this stuff happening? Why do you care so much what's going on in the government? And it's simply for that reason, because we're supposed to trust and support our leaders, but everything they decide to do is not going to be for our benefit. A lot of things they do for their own benefit, or mastered and puppeted by other people pulling the strings behind the screen. But I mean,
so yeah, I think there's. I was gonna say there's two options, but I think there's probably three. You got Trump; he's just a politician and trying to win the race, and he's just. I mean, he's not the greatest, but he's trying to win. And then you got the darker, deeper version, Trump's the Antichrist, and then you got the version that guy was painting is Trump is going to be radically saved and be a born again Christian. He went on to say something the country's going to start changing, start shifting, but he also was we go into the an economic downfall worse than the Great Depression at the same time. And I'm open to anything, because you don't know. Like, there's no way to know.
That's right.
And I don't put it past him getting saved, like, because I believe Jesus can save anybody. And honestly, I hadn't even thought about that, and I feel like that's something I should repent for. Is like, I should be like praying for Biden and Trump, like, fervently, instead of just saying they are what they are and working with it. I should be praying for them to get saved. I know a lot of people do that, but yeah, I don't know where I was going before I said that, but
Man,
I think
shows you how, like, our nation used to be one nation under God. Everything used to be oriented biblically, and we put a lot of trust in God. And now we've been away so far away from that. So, like, I mean, literally, political leaders that get sworn in put their hand on the Bible.
Yeah.
Presidents do, and you just see like that. What happened to that? Why is that even a thing? If you're not going to live the way Bible teaches us to live, because I mean, honestly, I really feel God would help them pick these political decisions, just by speaking to them and guiding them, which would be a lot better if they really trusted Jesus. And like you said, it's easy to get super complacent and nitpicking all the political aspects of the political leaders that we forget to see God in it. I mean, I do that too. We'll just sit there and we'll be like, Trump's bad because he does this, Biden's bad because he does this, but we're not like, what could they do good if they had Jesus in it? But I mean, it's crazy how real this is.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy how real it is. That's a great statement, because it's just like we theorize and we say this and we say that, and you got like Tucker Carlson saying this months ago that there's going to be an assassination attempt, and you're like, what if that? What if it's not true?
It's always
and then dude has an assassination attempt, like, literally, and you're like, this is not real. Like, but it's so real it feels unreal. But
who needs to be awake?
I think, let me say if I say this right. America as we know it, the left and the right divide, I don't think there's a way to unite it. I don't think there's a way to save this country. I don't think, I'm black pilling and then I'm going to white pill. But I don't think there's hope for America. But I think there's hope for you and me and you that are listening.
Yeah.
In Jesus. Like, even if America doesn't exist in a year, there's still hope for you. Like, our whole, being is not dependent on this country. Like, there are Christians and people with hope before America was even founded. So I don't know why people have this idea that if it gets bad in America, that it's like we're in the end times and the rapture's happening. The rapture better happen before something happens. Oh, Trump just had an assassination attempt. Jesus is coming back soon. Like, bro, people have been getting shot at since guns existed.
Probably said the same thing when Kennedy died. You're like, oh, the world's ending.
Yeah, I'm like, this does not change a thing, bro. Things have been bad in 95% of the world your whole life.
They're just more blatant reason.
And just because, it's very naive to think just because it gets bad, quotes, because even a bad America is better than most of the world. It's just because it gets bad in America that the world is ending. It's not. It actually is. The world's been ending since Jesus left, man. So you gotta just the only solution is to put your hope and faith in Jesus. Because you don't know. You don't know the day, the hour, the minute.
I was just going to say that. On the flip side, we're just saying what we think. We don't know when Jesus is going to come back. But like you said, our political leaders and our government doesn't make America. That's just who we're governed by. People of America is what makes America. And back to what you were saying about, political division. And I've always said this, political division brings money, because you have people that are going to constantly pay for these campaigns, people that are constantly paying for all this stuff to do subtle attack to the other side, making all these videos you see, propagandas, all that stuff. So there's always going to be political division. But like you said, I think we're at a time where nothing is going to unify us. I don't even think something like 9/11 would unify us at this point. That somehow they'd be blaming the right or the left. They'd be like, oh, well, right.
Yeah. And I think we're at the point where our eyes are open to what goes on behind scenes, that we would just be like, it was our own government.
Yeah.
I think we're like default everything. Like we wouldn't even, like ISIS would literally do a terrorist attack and we would all be like,
government paid for it.
Bro, that's definitely our government. Like we're so just jaded right now. But
probably was. They say Bush staged 9/11, so
I can't say that.
Oh.
Yeah, he's just joking, guys. He's playing. It's a joke. But yeah, so put your hope and your faith in Jesus. One thing before we go, y'all pray for Peyton, pray for our country, pray for our leaders. But come to the forge, bro. Come to the forge. We got the Burden Society Forge 003. So this is for number 3. It's in August 23rd and 24th, I believe. Friday night through Saturday. We're going to come together. We should probably pray for the leaders of our country. We definitely need to pray more.
It'd be a good thing to do.
At the forge. Yeah. We're going to have a fire prayer session.
I have a feeling that church this morning is probably going to have something similar to that too.
Yeah. But yeah, y'all come to the forge, man. Come become better men. Get prepared for what may happen. You know, we're going to shoot guns. We're going to do fitness. But we're going to have some fire side chats. I don't know. I'm trying to find it. Fireside discussions. I don't know. We got to come up with a better name for that.
Fireside.
Chats just doesn't seem as hard hitting as it's going to be. It's going to be good. You're going to leave better. That's our hope and our prayer, at least. Hopefully closer to Jesus, closer as a brotherhood, and just a better man. So come to the forge.
And train.
Yeah, train. But yeah, we appreciate you guys for watching. If you have any wild conspiracies or ideas, information we did not talk about, put it in the comments or message us, whatever. Yeah, it could get real around here. It could. Or it could just stay the same. You never know. Just be ready. You ain't got to get ready. You know what I'm saying?
About it.
All right, guys. We'll see you guys next time. Peace out.